Hey, it's Jensen. So a few weeks ago, I released a self-haircut tutorial, and it just became my most viewed video of all time. It's crazy. If you are looking to learn how to cut your own hair step by step, make sure to check it out. You might think that cutting your own hair is just a way to cut your own hair, which it is, but surprisingly, it can also do so much more for you. In that, with a little bit of practice, you might just give up going to the hairdresser altogether, even after the pandemic is over. Today, I want to share with you my self-haircut journey and how it has improved my life in various ways beyond just the haircut, and how it might just improve your life as well. Roll the tape. Growing up, I always struggled to get a good haircut. No matter how many hairdressers I went to, I was never satisfied with how I looked. I looked like Eddie Huang from Fresh Off the Boat here. One day, I decided enough is enough. I need to take my haircut into my own hands. I found a pair of my dad's hair clippers, watched probably the only self-haircut tutorial on YouTube, and tried to cut my own hair. Now, the result? I'd show you a photo if I had one, but I probably don't because I was probably busy freaking out. I think I ended up shaving all my hair off that day. After that traumatizing experience, I laid off cutting my own hair for a while. But every so often, I would try to cut my own hair again and fail, and try again and fail, and try again and fail, and this process would repeat for 8 long years. It's not like all my self-haircuts in those 8 years resulted in buzz cuts. I experimented with length and different styles, like pretty crazy stuff to be honest. But being as self-conscious as I was back then, I considered all of them failures. I wasn't satisfied with my final look. I didn't know what I was doing wrong, right? Was it my method? Was it the equipment? I didn't know until one fateful day. I've been growing out my hair for quite a while, but I think this length is done, so let's go try something new. So today I cut my hair and, well, right now I haven't gelled it at all or anything right now. It's just natural, but I think I did a pretty good job. The back was definitely hard to get. I might have to shorten this part out. You know, it's scary because, you know, when you're cutting your own hair and you're so afraid to screw up. I might actually keep practicing this in the future. Eventually, I won't need to go to no barber anymore. I don't know what it was that day. I just felt this extra confidence that I could cut my own hair and I could do it well and that my final haircut that day was good. From that day on, I stopped going to a hairdresser. I think what I've gotten the most out of learning how to cut my own hair is not the ability to cut my own hair, although that is the core of it. In terms of impact, I think it was the lesson in self-confidence. No matter how much you learn, how much you try, how much you fail, if you don't believe in yourself, you won't be able to reach success. And even if you do reach success, you won't be able to see those achievements as a success. And what's the point if you can't even enjoy the fruits of your labor? Funny enough, I can't believe I learned that from cutting my own hair. Okay, that's enough of the deep talk. So you're probably wondering now, self-confidence, cool. Haircut, cool. Are there any other ways of benefiting, more practical ways? There definitely is. Cutting your own hair can save you money. Let's do some quick math. $30 is probably around the average price for a nice haircut in Canada. That's where I'm from. My haircut usually lasts for 2 weeks. My hair grows pretty fast. $30 times 2 times 12 months in the year, and you get $720 saved every single year. That's quite a bit of money. You can buy an iPhone SE, you can take a trip somewhere, you can become a patron on my Patreon. Link is in the description below. Another benefit is that you can save time. Now, when you go to a hairdresser, it actually takes a bit of time out of your day. You gotta book the appointment, you gotta go to the hairdresser, they might be far away, and then you gotta get your haircut. It's gonna take around half an hour, unless you go to those like 10-minute haircut places, which they ain't usually fresh anyways, and then you gotta go back home. And so that's an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours out of your day. But when you cut your own hair, that also takes an hour and a half for me. Now, when you're starting off, of course, it's gonna take quite a while to get the hang of it, but when you get better at it, when you get more efficient at it, haircuts should be a breeze. The third benefit is convenience. I think this is pretty self-explanatory with the whole pandemic situation going on, but essentially you can cut your own hair anywhere, anytime, any place. You know, no need for appointments, no need to talk to nobody. It's very convenient. Now, of course, you have to cut the hair yourself, which does take some work, but that leads on to my fourth point, which is that cutting your own hair is kind of fun. There's this feeling of accomplishment when you cut your own hair. It's like you're an artist sculpting a sculpture. It's actually a great way to get away from the busyness of life and all the electronics and just focus on doing something that you can visually see improving yourself. I think the best part is when you go to the public and people compliment you on your haircut, or they look at you totally normal, you know, nothing's wrong, and deep inside you feel like you have this like secret that nobody knows about. You're like this like undercover agent or something. I think it's a pretty cool feeling, yeah. Right now in the quarantine, this is the perfect time to learn and practice, because if you mess up, nobody's gonna see it anyways, okay? So do it. You might just be so good at the end of this quarantine that you might not need to go to the hairdresser anymore. Again, I have my tutorial in the link below if you need any help on that. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. That wraps up this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.